You know, sometimes we do things that are completely unnecessary and we feel like we're doing things that are right. I don't know why, but these 6 things that I'm gonna tell you in this video, when you're doing them, you're gonna feel like you're doing the right thing. You feel like you're being productive, but they are a complete waste of time. So what are these 6 things that are killing your time? For example, number 1, planning. Alright, so we all know that failing to plan is planning to fail, right? And yes, that is completely true. But you know, sometimes we're just sitting down and planning, writing our goals and just planning, but there's no action. We're not doing anything. You can have the perfect business plan in the world. You can craft the best workout program for yourself, but if you're not starting the business, if you're not actually getting up from the couch and then doing your first push-up, you're not gonna change. You're not gonna see any results. When you're planning, it is really tricky because your mind is gonna give you all the hormones that you need, you know, like you feel accomplished after that, you feel better about yourself, and it makes you think that you're being productive and you're doing the right things. But sitting down and planning about your goals, you know, overthinking about them, it is a complete waste of time if you're not taking action. So you should only sit down and plan on those things that are gonna massively change your life, that are gonna transform your life for the better. Like, don't focus on those things that are gonna change only 1% of your life. Yes, plan, but know that motion is needed. You gotta do something about your plan. Action without plan is better than plan without action. Remember that. Alright, so the second thing that you're doing that is completely unnecessary and that is killing your time is waking up early. But here, let me finish my sentence, alright? Yes, waking up early, but staying in bed. I used to do this all the time, man. Like, I set my alarm at 5 in the morning and then I would wake up and then just stay in bed, just scrolling through my phone, and I don't wake up and do something. Like, if I get up early and I'm not using those few extra hours that I'm getting, like, what is the point? It is better for me just not to have an alarm, you know, stay in bed and then just wake up when my body's recovered. Why deprive myself from the sleep that I need if I'm not doing anything meaningful after getting up? And I think this is a problem for a lot of people. And like, if you have this problem, you know, getting up in the morning and not doing anything, I want you to do 2 things about it. Either you get up in early morning and then discipline yourself to get out of bed and do something. Actually take action, you know, just focus on your goals, or just sleep. Don't wake up in the morning. Don't deprive yourself from the sleep that you need. And then when you get recovered, when you get up in the morning, like, naturally get up and just do your work. I promise you, once you start paying attention to those few extra hours in the morning, you're gonna know that you're doing a lot of unproductive things. So make sure you're only focusing on those things that matter. Alright, number 3. Any time spent on social media just for 5 minutes. It is only for 5 minutes, right? You're only gonna spend there just for 5 minutes. The truth is, one, it is not just for 5 minutes. We all know that, right? When you get into Instagram and just like thinking for 5 minutes, there's always gonna be new things on your feed, and 5 minutes are not enough to just explore all those things. And 2, even if you stay for 5 minutes, like if you discipline yourself, 5 minutes is like a lot because you're not doing anything meaningful right there. When those 5 minutes just add up, you're gonna have like tons of minutes that you could use on yourself to build yourself up. So my recommendation is, if you have 5 minutes to spend on social media, I want you to use that on yourself. I want you to invest that time on something that is productive, like that is really productive, that is gonna change your life, to learn something new, to read books. Never underestimate this little 5 minutes, okay? When it adds up, it's gonna be a massive thousands of minutes, and you're gonna regret that one day. Alright, so we're on number 4. This one is a little bit special, alright? Time spent in the toilet. Like, come on, bro. If you take your phone to the toilet, you're gonna spend an easy 30 to 45 minutes on your phone. Now, let me tell you something, right? Like, it is scientifically proven, alright? So when you sit down and just scroll through your phone right there in the toilet, you're literally making yourself out of that pooping mode. Because here's what happens. Something called peristalsis wave, rhythmic contractions that move stool along your bowl, sparks your need to poop. Once the stool hits your rectum, you feel the urge to go. But if you don't go when that feeling hits, you outlast the game, my friend. You'll experience a process called reverse peristalsis, where the stool backs up slightly into your colon, and it will make it even harder for you to shoot your shot again. So now you have get it. It's gonna be like really unproductive. You're not doing anything right there. 5 to 15 minutes maximum, and just go out. Alright, the next thing that you're doing that is really unproductive, working out. And here again, hear me out, alright? So I'm not talking about the actual workout, the actual like movement, but the time that is spent in between exercises that is unproductive, like in an excuse of rest period. If you record your whole workout, like let's say you work it out for 1 hour and 45 minutes, your actual workout is like 15 minutes. So the solution for this, be mindful. When you're working out, don't just mess around, you know, not doing anything or just scrolling through your phone. When you feel recovered, just get back to your workout. Alright, so last one for today. Learning something online that you're not gonna use in the future. I used to subscribe to a lot of emails like to learn about photography, editing, or designing, but like I'm not using any of those skills right now. Also, I used to learn Spanish, but I didn't keep doing that. But imagine if I used that time to learn about content creation, to learn about storytelling, I would be better at what I'm doing right now, because this is something that is aligned with my goal. So whenever you want to learn something online, I want you to be mindful if you're going to use those skills that you're going to learn in the next 4, 5, 10 years, and whether they're aligned with your goal or not. If they're not aligned with your big goals, if you're not going to use these skills in the next 4, 5, 10 years, don't even even think about them. Shift your focus to something that is going to be aligned with your goal and those skills that you're going to use in the long term. Alright guys, so these are 6 unnecessary things that are killing your time, that are complete waste of time. I hope you found this video knowledgeable and you enjoyed it. I really appreciate you watching it. Thanks for watching. Ciao.